And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. Let's talk some boys cross country at Cajon High School. The Cowboys are doing big things here in 2024. In fact, they've got two really standout runners, Ramon Dorado, a junior, and Ayden Ramirez, just a sophomore, both breaking 15 minutes in the 3-mile race, which we presume to be a school record. So congratulations to Ramon and Ayden on doing that. And also, they are right there at the front of the pack. They are in the hunt to bring home a Citrus Belt League title as well. We had the honor of talking to Ramon and Ayden and the boys' coach, Lun Son, here on Sports Weekly on IEMG. Check it out. And now join us here on the program. He is the head coach of the boys cross-country team for your Cajon Cowboys, Coach Son. He's always... Actually, I don't even know how many times you've been on the show at this point. I've lost track, Coach.
Probably a million times.
I was going to say this is your fourth, and I'm like, wait, I don't even know if that's true. I think it's been a bunch of times.
Fifth time, yes.
But Coach, listen, I know cross country. You're just finding your footing now. The season is off and running. Pun intended here. The first CBL meet just happened. Kind of size up how it's been for the Cajon boys so far this season, because you've had some a couple top performers.
Yes, sir. It's been a little bit tough for us, considering that the majority of our team are like first or second year runners. For the most part, I know Ramon and Ayden, they've been working their butts off all year, and I think the goal is always to win CBL. Yeah. But it's a daunting task because we still got Frank, we still got Relencies Valley to battle against, and with the rest of the league and such as well. We're always going to have tough competition. It's a league full of legendary coaches and whatnot, and those types of competition and things. And the CBL is what's going to make us better. And these guys are like the prime example of having good competition to push you.
All right, Coach, let's rewind quickly back to the Woodbridge Invitational. Both these guys, correct me if I'm wrong, both these guys broke the school record for 3 miles, right?
At least for what we could find in the record book. I know I looked through CIF, I looked through alltheathletic.net.
School record, I should say.
School record, at least, for the most part. And they are the first two, basically, to run in the 14s for Cajon High School.
How exciting is that? Because here we are early on in the season. You would think they're only going to get faster. They're only going to get better, right?
Very exciting. I mean, when I told them when I first came over, I said, considering how hard you guys are working and the amount of training and such that they're putting in, and just kind of like what I'm seeing from day to day, I told them, 14s is a possibility. And the beauty about it is that, both these guys, they're underclassmen. One's a junior, the other one's a sophomore. Ayden, he ran like a 14:55, and Ramon was right behind him running a 14:56. And they train with each other. So this guy, I view the sky as the limit, and these guys are continuously going to get better with the way they're going and projecting in terms of what they're doing in and day out at practice.
All right, well, let me get to you guys. Ramon and Ayden, what's up, guys? Talk about your season early on. So let me start with Ramon. You're a junior, right? What have you liked so far?
Being sub 15, to be honest.
So obviously that's kind of that big number out there, right? That 15-minute mark. And to go underneath that, does that give you some confidence, maybe some motivation to even maybe push harder for the rest of the season now?
On confidence and pushing a little harder because all the work I've been putting in paid off.
Yeah, that's a good feeling when you put in a lot of work and you got rewards for it after it. So that's, if you're watching us, okay, on screen left, Ramon Dorado, on screen right, Ayden Ramirez. Ayden is a sophomore. Ramon is a junior. Guys, when you both went under 15 at the Woodbridge Invitational, what was that like? Obviously, it's fun when you do it, but to see like your peer, your teammate, to do it as well, like you get to celebrate with them. What was that like? Ayden, I'll start with you, and I'll go back to Ramon. What was that like that you were both able to go sub 15?
It felt good that we both went to it because it like makes us like better as a team, and then we could just like benefit off of it as a team as well.
And how about you, Ramon? Did you guys push each other in practice? Do you feel like, Ayden makes you better and Ayden, Ramon makes you better? Does that sound right, Ramon?
Yes, I agree. Because I have Ayden behind me all the time, and it makes me go a lot faster.
All right, let's talk CBL. I know you guys just had your first meet of the season. It was at Redlands East Valley. Rev is a perennial, cross-country powerhouse. But from what Coach Son was telling me, when you look back at that race, maybe one of you guys should have won that race, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So which one? So Ramon, I think you led for a lot of the race, right? And then Ayden, you finished second overall. So Ramon, what can you use that as a learning experience, maybe going into the next CBL meet?
Yeah.
And what did you learn leading for a lot of the race, but coming in third?
I gotta be a lot patient when I'm leading.
And how about you, Ayden? Second place is great. Second and third is great, but do you feel like, man, it would be better to go 1-2 instead of 2-3 in that race? What do you think you guys need to do, Ayden, to get to that next level?
Yeah, I think we just have to push each other more in the races and just try to stay in the front for longer, because I stayed in the back for a while and I had to work my way back up.
Because if they're just a casual cross-country fan, there is strategy, right? There's strategy that you guys plan to go into the race, get out front, or like you said, maybe hang in the middle or in the back and then save something at the end. What was the strategy for each of you guys in that first CBL meet?
The strategy was just stay farther in the front and not get too far back. For me.
Same for you, Ramon?
Get a good start. Don't get boxed in.
And what do you think, guys, it's going to take to maybe go 1-2 in the next CBL meet, or just a CBL meet this season? And if you guys go 1-2, you're going to have a good shot at maybe bringing home, Cajon a championship. I think you guys were overall on the boys' side, 5th place? Does that sound about right? So what do you think it's going to take for you guys to maybe go 1-2 at a CBL meet?
Just stick together in the front and push each other harder.
I
Same
agree.
thing,
Work together too.
Mm-hmm. What are the big goals for the end of the season? Do you guys both want to be at the CIF state meet? What's kind of the big goals for you guys?
Yeah, we're trying to make it to all the big meets this year and next year and the following. For me, I'm just trying to make it there as fast as possible because I need experience with it.
Yeah. The more experience, the better. Again, Ayden just a sophomore. Ramon, you're a junior. What's your goals this season for Ramon?
To be honest, to win CBL, but
well, I should have asked you how far were you guys off the winning time?
I was 1 second. Ramon was
6 seconds.
Yeah.
So you guys were right there.
Yeah.
You were right there. Maybe that makes it more painful because you were right there. You were so close.
All we had to do is work on our finish and just speeding up at the end.
Well, guys, listen, congrats, man. I mean, it's been a great start to the season. Let me go back to Coach to wrap this up. Coach, are you impressed with these guys so far?
Very. We were talking about strategies and such, and this was the first time they actually carried out what we wanted to do. We went over the course map. We talked about the backstretch being where the dead zones and such are, and then we looked at a few places basically on the course, basically that they had the opportunity to pull away. There was a big pack with 8 to go with about 2 miles left. There was a big pack with 8 with 2 miles to go, and basically they took off where we talked about taking off, and what it ended up doing was it ended up separating that pack to where the pack broke down from 8 to 4. At the end, with about 300 meters to go, I know Frank took the lead, and then Ayden came back with 150. He took the lead, and they were side by side, and Ayden ended up getting clipped by Frank a little bit. So he took a stumble, and Frank, being a senior and a little bit more race savvy and whatnot, took over and just kind of beat Ayden and whatnot at the end. So, but for the most part, I'm proud of them. Everything we've talked about, everything we've done, they've been able to carry out this year to where they're a little bit more race savvy versus last year, where I would explain the course, I would go over strategies, but for some reason, when it came time to race, they went blank.
Well, it's good to have a plan, right, and execute that plan and see it to come to fruition and have good results. Again, looks like presumably a couple school record going under 15 at the Woodbridge, and then a great first CBL meet of the year. Coach Son, always appreciate the chat. Ramon, Ayden, congratulations, guys, on a strong start. But I know you guys saved a little bit for that kick at the end of this season. I just know it, right?
That's what we're hoping.
All right, that is Cajon Cross Country here on the show. Thank you, guys.
Thanks for having us, Pep.
And if we are fast enough, we will catch up with the Cajon Cross Country team a little bit later in the season as well. Give this video a like, subscribe to the IE Media Group YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. My name is Pep Fernandez, and we'll see you next time on Sports Weekly on IEMG.